It wasn't the editing program's fault that we lost the video. I'm a burnout.
This episode of Crack It with Retro Collectibles is sponsored by and in association with the Cowie Diecast Museum, killing the value on collectibles since 2019.
RetroManiacs, I got an admission to make. So yesterday I had a whole unboxing video done. The whole thing was done. And I told you guys it accidentally got deleted. Well, I think I know why that happened. I'll tell you that in a second. But anyway, I'll show you what we're going to get into today. So this is what we opened already. I'm going to go over it with you guys just to recap since I can't show you guys the unboxing. And it's already out of the box. So I'll go over this one with you to recap it. It's gorgeous, guys. Those doors, the way they open, it reminds me of my Auto Art Bullet. Everything is gorgeous on this. The paint, everything. It's by Lane Collectibles. Here's the guy here. Walt Shelby R model. If you're a fan of the Walt car, this thing is absolutely gorgeous. Funny story about the Exact Detail. This is the first time I've unboxed one of these beauties, guys. I kept seeing them around, and when I would see that logo, for some reason I thought they were plastic model kits. I've never seen one out of the box until I unboxed this. I seen one, my friend Dave had one in the box and about maybe 8 months ago, and I was asking him about it. It was him that told me it wasn't a plastic model kit. But then I started seeing them in the Canadian 1/18 scale diecast group. And every time I seen one, not this Mustang in particular, but just by this Lane Collectibles, the Exact Detail Replicas, they always had positive feedback. They always fetched pretty good resale value. And when they're posted for sale, they usually sell. So I was always curious to see one of these things, and I'm glad I got to unbox it. But you guys aren't going to miss it. Here's my admission though. Since we're already up here on the look-see set, and this one's already open, I figure we'll continue up here. So this is the Exact Detail Replicas by Lane Collectibles. And what stuck out about this, well, I'm going to put the two of them side by side in a minute. You're going to see why we're going to do the comparison. I love Shelby Collectibles to pieces, and I still tell people it's the best Eleanor, number 319 of 1224. I still tell people it's the best Eleanor. So you're going to see glaring differences in a second with the Shelby Collectibles one that's still in the box that we're going to crack, and this guy. But I'll put this here in case you guys want to pause it to read it. Just a little bit about the history. That's cool. Facsimile photos of the real car, Carol Shelby's auto. Not real, but still a cool edition anyway. Now here is a different car that they built. Now, I believe this here is part of a 4-car set that Exact Detail Replicas built. And all 4 of them are Mustangs of this era. But we're only doing this one here because we're going to compare it. And I'm going to show you what we're comparing it to. In a crazy way, it's kind of good that we lost that unboxing video. And the reason for that is because I discovered this second other car. It's the same car, but by a different company. I discovered it only post-production. And I said, damn, if I would have known that, I would have added it into the video. It's the same car. We could have did a comparison shootout. But check this out. Now we're going to do it. Now get ready, look at this, look at the color, everything. Now I like this color. It's not bright white, it's like an eggshell, off-white. It's kind of like Herbie. Herbie wasn't bright white either. It gives it the vintage look like this one that we unboxed a while back. The Dick Brandon, I believe it is. That's a beautiful car though. Herbie wasn't bright white, and well, I'll show you. Check this out. You see him, and there's one glaring difference. You could see it. Look at the back fender. And I love Shelby Collectibles to pieces. So I'm going to be looking up photographs of the real car in color, guys, throughout this video. Well, when I cut it, when you guys aren't with me, I'll be looking it up. But I want to know who got it right. And the big thing is that back fender. Why is Shelby Collectibles missing that? At first, Glenn said it might have been a licensing thing. Maybe they just painted the Mustang to look like this one, but they couldn't use any names or licensing. But look on the door. The guy's name's on the door. So it can't be that. I thought it was that at first. Just to show you these glaring differences, guys, and that Shelby Collectibles is sealed. We're cracking her. Before we crack that one though, I think it's only fair I give you guys a little go around of the Exact Detail Replicas one in front of the, you know how we usually do it, me sitting on the couch, we go over everything, see what opens and closes. We don't need to take it out of the box to do that, we'll just do it again, fresh, and not make the mistakes I made last video. Yeah, I think it's only fair I give it a go around because I did a pretty extensive unboxing before that video got deleted. So it does come in a cake box, guys. I showed you guys cake style boxes before. They don't use styrofoam much anymore for stuff, but I like it in this sense because it really protects the car. Now this is the box. Exact Detail Replicas, 201B Walt GT350-R model. Not too much info on the box. Grab that. I love that it comes with this certificate. It's a nice touch. I told Glenn that I think that he should get a plastic top loader or something for it. Just showing what the number is and stuff. Just a nice touch. So now the Shelby Collectibles one, I'm gonna unbox that tonight after work, but you guys are gonna know none the wiser. Okay. It's kind of nice that I'm doing this today too, because last night I had just got out of the shower. My eyes are all kind of red in the video. My eyes are always red, but I mean, okay. So now this, like I said, I like the authentic looking white color. A period correct livery. Sponsors, 76 STP. Johnny Bolton Ford, Maitland, Florida. So we'll start with the trunk. Now there is no paint rash on this car, by the way, guys. Gorgeous paint. All the way, no paint rash. Starting with the trunk. There's our subwoofer that nobody's been able to tell me yet what it is. These doors, guys. So first off, the doors line up beautiful, okay, perfectly. But they open like just so nicely. Like that's probably the nicest opening and closing doors yet on a model on this car. Actually, it's probably tied with the Auto Art Bullet because that's my favorite aspect of that car. So again, showing you guys the insides. We will have a better look up on the look-see set. And of course, we're gonna go over both of them side by side, do a real good comparison. That way, if one of you guys, like Max, wanted to see this one unboxed, for example, if he's thinking about buying one of these cars, he knows which one to buy. He can make an educated decision from watching this video. It's kind of the purpose of the videos is you want to buy a car and you come here and you check it out before you go buy it. All that and to come hang out with a cool guy, I mean. Now this actually ironically reminds me of Shelby Collectibles a lot. I'll show you why in a second. So it reminds me of Shelby Collectibles because of this right here. Just the way they do the bottom with these lines, and the shocks look similar to ones that I've seen. It's not Shelby Collectibles, but it reminds me a lot. Or maybe it is Shelby Collectibles. Maybe they bought each other out at some time. I don't know, guys, so please don't crucify me. This is the first time I'm opening one of these. Oh, the steering, guys. Wow. That's probably my favorite part of the model. So far, not to sound silly, but that's the best steering I felt on a model. There's just something quality there. Like it's not all wobbly and yeah, that's gorgeous. Good quality. Okay, so what do you think, guys? Best for last now? Oh, a little bit of dust in there, or it looked like it. Okay. Ooh. Yeah, it reminds me a lot of the quality of detail to Shelby Collectibles. So it's going to be a real interesting shootout because one of these guys is off. Like for the paint to be that different, one of them's flat out wrong. And I don't have any experience with this company here, Lane Collectibles, but I have a feeling that they're coming out ahead, the winner. I like the way the steering feels. I like the way, yeah, the colors, everything. But I love Shelby Collectibles to pieces, so this is kind of hard for me. But fair is fair. I mean, if this wins, it wins. Like the Mustang emblem on the front as well. Just looking for little things to show you. It doesn't have a spinning drive shaft. That's okay though. But that steering, guys, something about how they did that steering, it just so feels so beautiful. I don't know. Okay, so I'll show you guys up close the other one we're gonna get into. 1 second here. Said it before, I'll say it again, guys, to anybody just starting out collecting. If you want the best movie car, Eleanor, the best of the best, better than Greenlight, better than anybody else, there she is. See where my finger is? Right there. The Shelby Collectibles version. I got one. It's downstairs. I did an unboxing of mine when I first started doing these videos. There's one downstairs sealed. I'm thinking now that I have a better phone and stuff, should I kind of do it again since we have a sealed one to show? I don't want you guys to be like, damn, he already did that car, but it was like a year ago and my videos are much improved now. Anyway, here's the car. And up until I seen them side by side, I'd have assumed this was the real deal, and the blue stripe is the same color, identical. Shelby Collectibles usually has good paint from what I see, but that is a glaring difference in the paint color. That's like my Auto Art Bullet, you know, love it to pieces, but that color is way off and it bugs the shit out of me. Yeah, there's a good selection of what they have, and they have a lot more cars than this too. But that Eleanor, that's my favorite of the bunch. One glaring difference that we see as well, not just the color of the body. Oh, there you go. You can see it good there. But the Glenn pointed this difference out. See the 76 on the side? Big difference. Now, this is lighter, like it's sun faded, but I'm leaning with this because it looks more authentic. And I don't remember the 76 being that dark orange color either. But I'm gonna look that up as well. But we're gonna get right into this. Like, you could see why I'm interested to see this. Brand new company I've never dealt with before, going against one of my favorites. So, okay guys, time to go to work so we can get back home and get into this, and then that way it'll be dark and we could fire up the set light. Well, let's get the hell out of here. As long as Glenn is awake and not too tired, we'll finish the rest of that video right now. If he's too tired, we're gonna get on it in the morning. Get this crack house locked up here. Good news, guys. Glenn is home and he's awake, so we are going to finish up that unboxing tonight so I can get it up and uploaded tonight. I did do another unboxing video as well, and that got lost. And I'm going to explain that to you because I'm going to do that one after this one, but not in this same video. It's going to be the next upload. Road Legends. It was a brand that I've dismissed. I've seen it on Marketplace a bunch of times. Just thought it was one of those older, cheap brands. Until I opened up that Yellow Beetle a few videos ago. The Road Legends, the Yellow Beetle. The quality blew me away. Okay? After I did that video, I was knocking a Barracuda that they did. A 383 Barracuda. I was knocking it, saying it looked like crap. The rims looked like crap. After the video, I felt bad because I thought this Beetle I would have thought was crap because of the old style box, the name. What if that car is not crap and these guys are not going to buy it because I said it's crap? So I actually got one and unboxed it. So we're going to go over that next video. I'm not going to tell you the results now, but I'm just going to say disregard me calling it crap until we watch the video. Just to refresh your memory, guys, that beauty by Lane Collectibles. Glenn's the only guy in the world that has these cars in multiples, eh? It doesn't matter if it's a friggin' $800 car. But they're both sealed, but I picked the one with the most boxware, and that's the one we're gonna crack. Okay guys, so here we go. We're gonna crack this and compare it with the Exact Detail by Lane Collectibles. Now Glenn is being a good sport. He's got to go to bed because he's got to get up early tomorrow. He's staying up so we can unbox this because our set is right below his bedroom. So I mean, we don't want to keep him up yapping. So we're going to crack this open. I'm not going to dilly-dally with verbal diarrhea for 3 hours like I usually do and make you guys want to like jump off a bridge. Don't worry. Maybe right to the point with it. Shelby Collectibles, I love, guys. Like I already showed you, they are the ones responsible for, in my opinion, the best version of Eleanor. Right there. You want the best movie car Eleanor? Shelby Collectibles. Okay, guys. Some stuff we get has been opened and displayed. Some stuff hasn't been. This stuff hasn't been. We're letting it breathe for the first time. We're cracking it. But we are on the set of Retro Collectibles Crack It, so it makes sense to do that. I'm shocked because I was telling Glenn I'm trying to not be biased because I love Shelby Collectibles, but I have a feeling they're gonna get waxed this one. Because if I'm already seeing, looking in the box, the paint color's off and it's missing something on the side of it. I think it's gonna look like an awesome car, guys. Don't get me wrong. But for accuracy, I think it's gonna be Okay. So again, guys, new collectors, keep your box mint, especially the plastic on the front. You do not want any dimples, because dimples are eyesore. Plastic's a very important part of the box, as well as any inserts. This cardboard insert, keep it good, because that's got to go back in the box. Sometimes they come taped on the base. If they do, leave it taped on if possible. Okay, so we're gonna go around it. First thing we're gonna do, look for paint rash, because we know the exact detail had perfect paint. This has perfect paint. It's actually got gorgeous paint, like similar to the exact detail. And it's kind of cool because as you guys are sitting here watching me, Glenn is sitting there listening to me.
Trying to stay awake.
Trying to stay awake, and he's listening to me review his car. He likes listening to the reviews on his cars. There's that gas tank with the weird subwoofer thing that nobody has yet to tell me the purpose of that. Every time I mention it in a video, I say, if anybody knows, let me know. Nobody has yet to tell me. I'm going to research that myself when I have time.
I think it's probably something to...
Like a funnel, maybe?
Something to wind up the air hose. Like you see at a gas station, they put them in to...
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Wind the air hose up, eh? Okay,
As
so...
if they got an air compressor in the car.
Yeah. So the seats move forward. They got nice chrome down the side of the seat. We're going to compare the interiors as well. Actually, once we go around this, I'm going to grab the other cars so we could compare the interior right here where we could see it probably better. We're saving the best part for last. And of course, there's that fire extinguisher. Now this one here, I believe the other one didn't have the passenger seat. That's another thing. Passenger seat was stripped out of it. So it looks great, like for a Mustang, guys. It's beautiful. Like if it being exact and accurate. There's that engine. We're going to compare the engines side by side as well. Because let's say one of you guys wants this car really bad and you don't know which version to get. This video is going to help with that. We kind of take one for the team. We open it up. Check it out for you. That's one thing, the steering on that, like what I mentioned, is just gorgeous. This is nice, but it's not like that. But it is beautiful the way it moves, but it's not like the other one. Okay, we're gonna get this off the base quick so we could do our compares. Okay, so we need old reliable actually, right here. Our old reliable. And then being a Shelby Collectibles, we might need to undo a second one inside. I believe we do. But we're getting used to undoing the Shelby Collectibles ones, so we got it down pat now. The inner ones will be the little blue. Our little blue screwdriver, we'll call it little blue. Okay, these we'll put right there. And a lot of this is going to be up on the look-see set, but down here I think we're going to get a look at the interior because the lighting might be better down here. Just how I could sit and with the car in my hand and kind of aim it for you guys. But yeah, we're going to have a really good side-by-side. I cannot believe this. But like I said, the quality of the build of the car so far feels excellent. Like Shelby Collectibles does not make garbage. I'm just kind of wondering what's up. And I couldn't find many pictures of the man's actual car, by the way, guys. But the picture I did see did have over the back wheel well. the car dealership, whatever. Okay, so this is that two-piece base by Shelby Collectibles. So we have to take the inner out as well. But that is easy to do. Important when you do these bases, these are different size screws for the different parts of the base. So make sure when you put the pieces of the base to the side, you put the corresponding screws as well. And these are coming nice. Beautiful. So today is Wednesday, guys. I don't know when it'll be when you see this. This video will be live as soon as I'm done this. I'm not gonna wait. Usually I try to upload them same time for about 1 a.m. Tonight I'm not waiting because of yesterday's video. As soon as I'm done this, we're putting it up. So it'll be a lot earlier tonight, guys. So the people that aren't Nighthawks will be able to hopefully watch it and not wait till tomorrow. One more. I can already tell you the bottom of this looks a lot like the Shelby. It's like the Exact Details one, guys. Like very similar. Just the way it's done. Okay, so but a funny thing is the back wheels on that other one don't turn too well. They turn nice, but they kind of make that little bit of sound, and this makes the same sound. It's gonna be funny. I'm waiting for somebody to comment and say, well, yeah, they're made in the same factory or with the same molds or okay, hold on one sec, guys. I'm gonna go grab the other one, and that way we can have a look here. Wow, guys. I could be wrong because I'm not a human scale, but they weigh about the same. Like they are so similar, other than the wrong paint tint, but the stripe font, everything, like where the numbers are placed. I see a little bit different. See the 201 on the back? There is a little slight difference in that font though. I spot that difference. There's that back window I told you about that's on other Shelby Collectible cars. I think it's a racing, like for airflow, whatever. But look how similar these are, guys. Wait till you see the bottom. Okay. Gotta be very gentle with these guys. But even the, yeah, wow. Okay. Not identical, but very, very, very similar. Jeez. Okay, you ready for this, guys? Not identical, but very similar. Both, as I mentioned, have beautiful feeling steering, but the real, or the exact replica feel, it's this one here, and when I say feel steering, right like this, there's never been a car I've unboxed that's had better feeling steering than that. Like it just feels, but trying to show you guys the complete bottom just to see how similar. Like look at those brake line things, the red struts. Like if it's not the same company molding and stuff, it's almost like that. Like a lot of the font is different. I'm seeing now looking at them, like look at down at the bottom, the stripe with the GT350 there. And now that one, guys, see that? Different font. Like the physical car is very similar, the mold of it, but the I see difference in the lettering. The stripes, there are a slight difference. There's a little bit more white between the stripe on the exact replica one. Look on the roof. So there's little differences in the paint jobs and stuff, but the casting is so similar. Oh, I see a difference on the front. Okay, so the lights, look at that on the bumper. See, the headlight both say that H or whatever on the side. That's accurate. But look at the orange marker lights. And I hate to say it, but that's on the Shelby Collectibles. I'm going to guess that the race car didn't have orange marker lights, but I could be wrong. This looks a little bit better too than this. That's just a hole here, but this is like Shelby Collectibles. They're getting beat by a company that I've never unboxed. That's what's crazy to me because I love Shelby Collectibles. Let's look at the back here. Oh yeah. So the GT350 on the back. I can tell you that the Shelby collectible ones, it looks like it's wrongly placed even. Look near the tail light. See, walking by, glancing at them on the shelf, they look like twins, except for the odd color paint. But when you start really looking, but like I said, the casting itself is very similar. Very similar. Okay, so again, you okay, buddy?
Yep.
So again, the exact replica, guys, it doesn't have the passenger seat, okay? And this one does. And I'm gonna guess that the exact replica is right because if they can take out the racing seat to save weight, they will. But, doors are very similar. Even where the window crank handle's positioned. See the interior door panel? That's very similar. I think it's easy to say. Well, I'm not going to say it yet. We're not done yet. Don't want to count anybody out yet. But it's not going to be easy to count anybody out because it's going to be one of my favorite companies I'm counting out. But I've got to be straight up with this stuff. Gotta have integrity. Okay, so first I'll see if I could spot any glaring. Okay, so the fire extinguisher in the Shelby Collectibles is red. I don't know if that really... They could have had different fire extinguishers over the couple years this raced, so that's not really gonna... Okay, so, another difference, the 76 on this one, on the exact detail, is a little bit lighter than this, which to me looks more authentic because it either looks more sun faded, but it just looks more closer to the color than I remember as a kid. How's that steering wheel? Steering wheel is similar but different. Gauge cluster similar. There is the exact details. You could tell the exact details because of the Bolt and Ford guys. I will show you the steering wheel. Now let's have a look at these trunks. Trunks are very similar, guys, but the exact details one, the little subwoofer thing is a little bit of a different shape and it has more of a chrome look. But But other than that, the gas tank looks very similar. Sorry guys, it's hard doing it with two of these, but we're gonna go up on the look-see set as well. So it's just, like the Shelby Collectibles is beautiful, but it's just a bunch of little stuff that it looks like they didn't get right here. So let's look under the engine. Actually, I'll have a peek first, see if I could see anything to point out to you guys. That seems to be the best method. Oh, engines are quite a bit different. Well, not super different, but carbs look different. Strut tower braces look different. Rad hose looks different. This one has a clamp on it. This is the Exact Details one, has the rad hose clamp. If I'm picking one of these two engines, guys, for detail, I'm going with the Exact Details Replicas one. I'll show you side by side. And again, guys, if I'm not getting a good shot here, because I'm holding two cars, we're gonna see them up on the look-see set. But so far, it's what I expected. But when you can look in the box without even opening the box and see the color being way off like that, at least my Auto Art Bullet is badly off as the color is. It's still got a lot of awesome qualities. I seen a guy take an Auto Art Bullet, take it, have it disassembled, sent it to an automotive place, and had the whole thing shot in the proper color, and fixed all the inaccuracies, and it was perfect. Because it started out the auto art with the beautiful hinges, everything lines up. And then he fixed everything that was wrong. But yeah, those are... So this is a beautiful car, guys, but they just missed some of the little details. And I don't get it, because Shelby was involved, right? Like with both companies. I mean, at first, Glenn had an idea that I thought sounded good. He said that this one here, the Shelby Collectibles, maybe it wasn't licensed, and that's why it didn't have this. So maybe they just painted the rest of the car to look like it. But then we noticed that it has the driver's name on the door, just like this one. So I don't get it. I tell you though, guys, from the picture I've seen, I'm picking this one if I'm picking one of them. Don't even know which one costs more. Didn't even check eBay or nothing. Don't know which one costs more. If I'm choosing this car here, this one by far. At least if this had the Bolton Ford on the side of it, the other little things wouldn't bug me as badly, but that thing missing off the back bumper or the back fender, to me that sticks out like a sore thumb. Wow. And who knows, Glenn's probably got 8 other versions of this car made by Revell, made by Ertl, whoever made it. No, just kidding. But no, we were surprised to see that, and this gave the opportunity to do a compare, so that's good. So let's continue the shootout up on the look-see set, guys. Okay, ladies and fellas, wow, this is actually really interesting to me because, and even after this video is done, I love Shelby Collectibles to pieces, just to be clear. They don't make a bad diecast, and I still don't think this is a bad one. I think the quality is amazing. I just think that they missed a couple things. And normally I use the turntable, but we got 2 cars, so there's no need for the turntable. We're just going to do a side-by-side shootout. What better way to have a good side-by-side head-to-head shootout? Now you could see both of them had perfect paint, no paint rash. Just a glaring difference in the tint of the color. the 76 there, if you notice. Oh, sorry guys. Right here, that's a lot darker than this one. And I prefer this one because it either looks like it's sun faded or it looks kind of vintage. And also there's the huge difference right here. That's a real big difference. And then there's that, which doesn't make a lot of sense. That one doesn't have a seat. Actually, does the driver's side have the same type of seat, or is it? Because that looks kind of like a stock seat. It's not one of those racing buckets. So let's see what type of seats. I can't remember what they're rocking for seats. Oh yeah, he's got the racing bucket for the driver's seats. That's good. At least that's good. So we're going to get under the hood, guys, because that's the part that I want to compare to you the most. But as you can see, there's little differences in the font of the writing on the car. Big difference, those markers on the front, the orange ones here. I really don't think the orange ones belong because it's a race car. I'm going to bet that this one's correct. I could be mistaken though, guys. But let's have a look under this hood. Bring them up here. Pull them right up to the Canadian side here. Now, Shelby Collectibles is gorgeous under the hood, but it's just not like that. This is just a step up, if you ask me. Just a hair up, like it just got a little bit better wiring and plumbing and just looks a little bit more detailed, if you know what I'm saying. I don't know if you guys could see that any better, but oh yeah. But yeah, I'm picking the exact detail replicas on the left if I'm picking. Give them both a drive-by. There's a brand new mint one in the background that we didn't crack. I picked the one with the most box wear, makes sense. Another small difference I seen is that GT350 badge on the back. The placement of it. That looks too high on the one on the right. This one looks correct, but I could be wrong with that too because I'm not an expert at Mustangs of this vintage. If you look inside the cars, a big difference we got is the fire extinguisher. But that I'm not too worried about because over the years they could have been using different color ones, whatever, right? So for the record, RetroManiacs, if money is no object and I need this car and I just have to have the best of the best for it, this guy right here by Lane Collectibles Exact Detail Replicas. This guy is beautiful too, don't get me wrong, Shelby Collectibles. I'm sorry, I still love you, Shelby Collectibles. I can't believe you lost still. One last fleeting look at these beautiful cars before we call it a day. So there you have it, RetroManiacs, ladies and gentlemen. That wraps up our special edition of Retro Collectibles KRAK IT, live at the Cowie Diecast Museum. Co-host had a long day again, so he is napping. Don't mind him, guys. His heart wants to be here unboxing and hanging out with you guys. That's why he's here passed out on the couch and not up in his bed, because he tried to hang out with you guys. But yeah, so if you want this car, you're a fan of this car, it's the Walt 201B Mustang 350 GT-R. I'll show you the box. Exact detail. Thank God I started proofreading or proof watching the videos after last night. because I just got the video prepared and I noticed that the last 3 minutes of it or 4 minutes of it were in slow motion for some reason. I'm sitting there talking to you guys. I'm not touching the phone anywhere near the phone. All of a sudden it just goes into slow motion. So I don't know why it did that. You didn't miss much anyway, guys. I just showed the box exact detail in case anybody wants to get themselves one. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Give the like button a hammer for me. Please subscribe and share. And as always, guys, happy hunting.